What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another what to buy on eBay video. I've got one vintage collection item, and lots of different loose graded and mint on card vintage Star Wars items. And then at the end of the video, I do have some comic books. I want to say thank you to Jameson Graybill. He is my latest Patreon supporter. I got to meet Jameson in person during the lobby sales at the last ICCC back in May. He's got an absolutely incredible collection. Thank you, Jameson, for becoming a Patreon supporter. And as always, my Patreon supporters get my videos 24 hours early access, patreon.com/actionfiguregrader. And before we dig in, just a reminder, in the video description for this video, there are channel affiliate links for all the items I'm going to cover. And if you want to bid on them or do buy it now situations, if you use the links in the video, it will help out the channel at no extra cost to you. So let's go ahead and dig in. The first one is that vintage collection item. This is a UKG 85% mint and seal box land speeder. And, you know, ungraded, these can go for what, 150 bucks or more? Right now, this one's at 131 US dollars or 109 pounds. And this one ends Saturday afternoon, my time. And it's a mint and sealed box, UKG 85%. So if you're looking for a graded land speeder, mint and seal box, there you go. That one again ends Saturday afternoon, my time. Next up is a UKG 85% Han Hoth. This one is the Hong Kong COO, and it's got straight 85s for the subscores. Brand new case style. It's at auction. It ends Sunday at 1 p.m. Central, and right now it's at 44 pounds, so I would expect this one to probably double in price pretty easily. Fairly common figure, but if you're looking for a loose graded Han Hoth, there you go. I did pick up one in the last Hakes auction that was a UKG 85% no COO dark tan pants. So I'll show you that one in an unboxing video, I think next week or maybe the week after. I can't remember when I have it set to air. But there you go if you're looking for a loose Han Hoth high grade. Next up, Treasures from the Attic, a trusted seller who had some really incredible items in an eBay auction maybe a week ago. He has or she has a Dengar Hong Kong COO graded UKG 85% with the new case style. Very peach face with that Hong Kong Dengar, and it's got straight 85s for the subscores. This one is a buy it now for 85 pounds, which seems like a pretty fair deal, especially if you're in the UK, because your shipping is going to be a lot less than what we have to pay, which is 31 US dollars. But that's 85 pounds or 102 US dollars. It is also a make an offer situation, so maybe you can get it even a little bit cheaper. But there you go. I thought that was a pretty nice looking Dengar. I love Dengar. I don't know why. Maybe because I look a little bit like him. He has no hair, or if he does have hair, it's very well covered by his bandages. And he's a little bit portly, a little bit round shaped. That's the way I was growing up. And so I played with Dengar because I thought it kind of looked like me. So now I have a Dengar fetish. Next up, a different seller, Keshel Retro Trader, who I bought from in the past, a very trusted seller, has a beautiful painted knee, unpainted dart, tri-logo PBP Boba Fett. So this is the made in Spain with the light blue kind of outfit. And it is the harder to find painted knee example. It's a UKG 80% new case style. And it's listed for 285 pounds, which is 344 US dollars, which I think is pretty fair, given that he just had in an auction that ended last weekend, a UKG 85% unpainted knee that sold for, I want to say, around $450. So this one, in my opinion, it's harder to find the painted knee version. And so this is just another variation for the Spanish PvP Boba Fett. Brand new case style, beautiful looking figure. I almost considered buying it because I bid on his UKG 85% and lost, I think. I can't remember if I bid on it or not, but I was tempted to bid on it. If I didn't bid on it. But this one is a UKG 80, and again, it's the harder to find painted knee, and I think the price is very fair. 285 pounds, 344 US dollars. It does have 21 watchers on it, so I don't expect this one to last, but a very nice looking example. If you're looking for some vintage Lily Letty card backs, I've got 3 of them that are for sale in buy it now situations or make an offer. 2 of them, I think actually all 3 of them are in the US. So the first one is the Stormtrooper, and the card back looks to be in pretty good condition. This is the positive card back for the Stormtrooper, the El Regreso del Jedi version. And, you know, Chris has sold a bunch of these on Rogue 5 Toys with the figure. But I think that, you know, if you want to just pick up the card backs now and then look for a figure later, they're very regularly for sale on the Lily Letty Society, which is a Facebook group, Secret Lily Letty Society. And I think there's actually one for sale right now. So you can pick up this card back, pick up the figure, send them off to CAS and get them loose graded in front of the card back. They look great when you do that. But I think $180 for this card back is not a bad deal at all. I mean, I think that's a price I'd be willing to pay. But it is make an offer as well. So if you're looking for one, there you go. And next up, the same seller also has the Gamorrean Guard. And that one also is $180. There's 9 watchers on this one, so I expect that one to sell. Pretty fair price on that one. And it's really, really easy to find a Lily Letty Gamorrean Guard because they appeared on the Made in Mexico US release card back. So they're very plentiful, very easy to track down. The card back is the one that's hard to find. And so this one's $180. Make an offer, and there's 9 watchers on that one. A different seller has the harder to find Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight Lily Letty card back, and this one again is the positive card back. It does have some writing on the back, but not a big deal. The front of the card back is actually in really good shape. This one's listed for $200. There's 8 watchers on this one, and it's also make an offer. So I think that's a really good price on that one as well. So check those out in the video description if you're looking for some Lily Letty card backs to help complete your collection. Next up is a UKG 85% brown snake Hong Kong Yoda. This is kind of the lighter green skin with the darker green body. You can see there's a very obvious color difference to the hands and feet versus the head. It's more of like a lighter green. And it's got the Pac-Man eyes, brown snake, so very high grade. The figure's an 85, paint 80, cape 85 for an overall 85%. And it's listed for 155 pounds, which I think is a great deal. And it's only $24 shipping to the US. So brand new case style. I think that's a really good buy at that price point. Next up, this one just got listed, but I wanted to include it. I did send this out as a buy it now alert to my Patreon supporters, which I do regularly now. In between these what to buy videos, if I find something that gets listed that I think is a good deal, either loose graded or mint on card, my Patreons get buy it now alerts with the eBay channel affiliate link. This is one I'm getting ready to send out after I make this video and before this video goes live. So I don't know if it's still going to be around by the time the video airs, but I did want to show it because this is the rare PBP Dark Boots Hoth Rebel Commander. So this is the Spanish PBP variant with the almost black boots. And I do have this one in my collection, and I paid almost this exact same price. This one's listed for 400 pounds, which is $483. The problem is the shipping is $54 to those of us in the US. But if you're in the UK or in Europe and you collect these Spanish figures, this is not a bad price at all. I think I paid $450 or so for mine. And mine's not nearly as clean as this one because I had a paint overspray on the back of the boots on that waffle pattern on the back of the calf. This one does not have that issue. So this one is in much better shape in my opinion. And I think it's worth every penny of the price they're asking for it. There's 4 watchers on it already. It just literally got listed this morning as the making of this video, so I don't expect it to stick around. Very, very desirable variant for the Spanish figures. It's that dark brown, I call it the dark black boots, but it's really a dark brown boots. PBP Hoth Rebel Commander. Next up, this is ungraded, but this is the Sears Cantina 2-pack in like a sliding acrylic case. To me, it looks like the correct items, but, you know, again, I don't know if, you know, this will pass muster with the grading companies, but it looks factory correct to me. But just be aware that there are fakes out there for this, so make sure you do your homework on it. But it looks correct to me, just based on the limited research I did. This one has the SWC baggies for Walrus Man and Hammerhead, along with the catalog and the box. And right now, the starting bid price is 529 pounds, which is 639 US dollars plus shipping. But assuming everything's legit on that one, I've never bought from this seller before, but I see this seller sell regularly on eBay, so I assume it's legit. But again, the starting bid price is well below the market value. I would say the market value, even ungraded, given how clean the condition is for everything, you're probably talking closer to $1,000, if not more than that. So, you know, to me, that's a really good buy. The writing on the SWC baggies is very, very crisp. Everything looks to be in fantastic condition, so I expect that one to sell. And again, the starting bid price on that one is 530 pounds or 639 US dollars. That one ends Sunday at 2:25 Central Time. Next up, I'm really shocked this has not sold yet. This is such a good deal. This is the Empire Strikes Back action figure carrying case, mint and sealed box. So it's still wrapped in the factory seal around it. It's in great shape overall. I'm just shocked it hasn't sold yet. There's 13 watchers on it. Right now, it's $450. Buy it now. And it's also make an offer. This is a trusted seller I've bought from in the past, South Beach Toys. In high grade, this can go for $700 to $800 very easily. Like an AFA 80, I've seen them sell for $800 to $900 all day long. This one's listed for $450. And to me, it's free shipping. This is a great buy. I mean, it's a great package. It's got all the bounty hunters along with Luke on his Tauntaun, the AT-AT walkers from the Battle of Hoth. It's got Yoda in the upper right-hand corner. There's also another box that has the Wampa in the upper right-hand corner, but this one has the Yoda. It's got the Bespin Cloud City along with the 21B medical droid. $450 for a mint and seal box or mint and seal packaging carrying case that would easily grade an 80. I think that's a really good buy. I'm just shocked it hasn't sold yet, but there is 13 watchers on it. Make an offer on that one. Next up, this is another item. I'm shocked it hasn't sold yet, but this is the Tri-Logo Squid Head. It's unpunched. It's got the KB Toys price sticker. It's not perfect, so I will say that. But they keep dropping the price. It was at $175, and then it was $145. Now it's $130. Buy it now with $15 shipping. And there's 7 watchers on it, but I think that this one would probably grade out at a 75 or 75 plus. That's my guess on it. It does have some dings on the blister, but it's $130. I mean, that's a bargain of a deal for a mint on card squid head unpunched, in my opinion. The card overall is in great shape, just some very light edge wear to it. And to me, it's a bargain of a deal. Here's the back of the card in really great shape. I'm just shocked it hasn't sold yet, but there's 7 watchers on it, $130 plus $15 shipping. Next up, we've got a Power of the Force Luke Skywalker in his battle poncho, the last 17. This is an unpunched gem, easily would grade an 80%, and it's at auction. It ends Saturday at 9 p.m. Central Time. Right now, the bid's at $210.50. That one is a stunner. It would grade an 80 all day long, if not an 80 plus. You can take a look at the photos for yourself, but I think it would grade 85, 80, 85, or somewhere in that ballpark. It's just a really, really clean example with no damage to the card at all. And right now, again, it's at $210, $5 shipping, and it ends Sunday evening. Or was it Sunday? Yeah, Saturday evening at 9:08 Central Time. Next up is a buy it now situation for the 41 back Imperial Commander. Crystal clear blister. It is a punched example with the Toys R Us price sticker. $230 plus $20 shipping. There's 5 watchers on this one. This one I think will sell pretty easily. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. This one would grade an 80 all day long. It's in beautiful condition, and the blister on that is crystal clear. So I would definitely consider it. Maybe take a look at the stem there to make sure it's not crunched. But still, I still think that would probably grade an 80 all day long. It would probably be like 80, 70, probably 85, honestly. 80, maybe let's call it 80, 75, 80 for the figure because the blaster is out of the tape. But I think it would be an overall 80 pretty easily. $230 plus $19 shipping. Next up at auction is a AFA 80 31 back B Leia Organa. So it's a crystal clear blister with a punch. It is a punched card, but it's an overall 80%. 75, 85, 80 are the sub scores. This one is over in Gibraltar, but this seller sells regularly, so it's a pretty trusted seller. Right now, it's at 380 pounds. There's one bid that equates to $459 US dollars plus $36 shipping. I think this one is worth every bit of $600. So I would bid on that one. That one's a beauty. Clear blister. Make sure to use the affiliate link in the description, but that's a really nice example. It looks like it might have some sticker residue in the right-hand side to the right of Leia's head, but that is a stunner. That's one I would love to have in my collection. But that one ends Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Let's see what else we got here. Next up, we've got some comic books. At auction is Star Wars number 43. This is the newsstand edition for Lando Calrissian's first comic book appearance, Betrayal at Bespin. What a beautiful book. I've got this one in the direct edition, but this one is the newsstand, and it's at auction right now. It's at $103.50. This one ends Monday at 8:12 p.m. Central Time. This is probably worth $300 to $350. The comic book market is dead in the water, so get these kind of key issue Star Wars comics while you can, and I bet it'll sell for closer to $300. But that's a really nice newsstand edition for Lando's first appearance, and we all know that there's a movie in the works written by Donald Glover, who will star as the young Lando. So that's a beautiful cover, though. I love that cover. Very happy to have that one in my collection. Same seller also has Star Wars number 41, which is the first cameo appearance of Yoda in comic books. This is the continuing adaptation of The Empire Strikes Back, and it shows the Millennium Falcon going through the asteroid field. It's a CGC 9.8 with white pages. This is the direct edition. Right now it's at $34. This one also ends Monday evening at 8 p.m. Central Time. I would expect this one to sell for between $150 and $200. Next up, we've got Kanan the Last Padawan number 6. This is the first full appearance of the Rebels team. This is a buy it now situation, plus make an offer at $305. There's 13 watchers on it. The fair market value on this book right now is about $325. I've got this one in my collection. It's a good book to have. It's a modern book, so there's lots of them on the census in a CGC 9.8, but it's a great cover. And I think it's worth every penny of the asking price, but it is make an offer, so maybe offer $275 and see what the seller says. Again, there's 13 watchers on that one. Next up at auction is a newsstand edition of Heir to the Empire number 1, which is the first comic book appearance of Jorah C'baoth, and that's it. No, I'm kidding. It's also the first appearance of Grand Admiral Thrawn, and this is the harder to find newsstand. There's like 80 of these on the census, so not many of these on the census at all, and it's a beautiful book. And right now the bid's at $910. This one ends Sunday at 7:45 Central Time. I would expect this one to close somewhere between $1,600 and $1,800 because it's harder to find this one in the newsstand edition. But comic books are down. Maybe you get lucky and you get it closer to $1,500. But that is the newsstand, and a beautiful example at that. And then finally, the same seller, it's not Star Wars related, so don't freak out on me, but this same seller has the newsstand edition of Wolverine Limited Series number 1. This one's on my want list. I just picked up Punisher Limited Series number 1 in a direct edition in a CGC 9.8. But this is the newsstand edition for Wolverine Limited Series. Harder to find this one. This one usually sells for around $1,100. Right now, the bid is at $670. This one ends Sunday at 7:15 p.m. And I think for me, if I'm going to get Wolverine Limited Series number 1, which I plan on getting, I'm going to get the newsstand because it's harder to find that one versus the direct edition, which there's like thousands of them on the census. The newsstand's a little tougher to find, and I think this one will probably sell for $1,000 to $1,100, somewhere in that ballpark. So anyway, thanks as always for watching, and I'll be back soon.